When I fled the war in Ukraine in February 2022, my grandma stayed behind. She is in her 80s, and at her age, it is very difficult to leave home. Now I'm returning a year later to try and convince her again to come with me. Every day she stays longer, she is in danger. I'm going to Ukraine for several days. Unfortunately, I cannot go longer because of all the risks that are there. In the beginning of the war, evacuation trains were targeted, windows would be broken, people were injured. So now all the windows are taped. It may be dangerous, but it is still my home. I have double emotions. I am worried and excited at the same time. I am worried because of general situation in the country, because it's war, because of air raids, and because all the dangers that are real. On the other hand, I am excited because I'm going to see my grandma and just be at home, which brings a lot of joy. The train left Warsaw at 12. It's a long process. We are waiting right now for 2 hours at Polish border. Then we will be going to Ukrainian border, where there will be another 2 hours of checking the documents. And next morning at 6 a.m. we will be in Kyiv. That was Kyiv, and this is the road, and we will be like in 5 minutes in Irpin. We are in Irpin at the bridge where people were trying to evacuate. It's very difficult to be here. For me, emotional to stand here and to see this destruction. These are all cars belong to locals of Irpin who were trying to leave the city. It feels terrible, like just knowing that local people were driving. They are not from military, they are just simple people. And you can see the holes on the cars, so they were shooting into civilian cars, just killing people. Almost all cars have these holes. Afterwards, people painted it into sunflower. Sunflower is a symbol of Ukraine. It's a symbol of still surviving. Like, you know, the seeds, you plant them and then they grow into a flower. People who survived, they will never forget what has happened. We need to find something bright in life, because otherwise it's so depressing. Every day someone is killed. Every day there is destruction, and these are people, we might not know them, but they are somebody's family. It is so harmful mentally for me, for everyone. And you think there is no way that something worse might happen. And it happens again and again and again. It feels like there is no end of this terror and this constant tragedy. There are so many reasons to cry. When you start crying, it would be endless. My mom, she made this dress for me. It was her birthday present, and I love this dress a lot. I wore it a lot, so now I can have it back. It's not only my things that were left behind, but also my son's, Max, things. And there are some things that are very close to our heart. This is his vyshivanka, traditional Ukrainian outfit. I'm afraid it's already small. He grew and the whole year passed by, but I still want to keep it and I want to bring it to him. And there's one more that he asked me to bring. He had his little gentleman's ties. For special occasions, he likes wearing just a shirt and a tie, so I will bring those for him. Last year, it snowed a lot in Kyiv, and I remember how I finished my work and Max came from school, and we went outside and we just played snowballs in that park. It makes me feel sad because I cannot bring my son here to play snowballs again. Being back in Kyiv, in my apartment, nothing has changed inside, but a lot has changed inside of me. This is the basement where we were hiding when the war started. And there were like 20, 30 people in this room hiding. During the night, during the day, there is no ventilation, there is no extra exit. It felt like forever because we were sitting and waiting, and people would come down with dogs, with cats, with children, elderly people. We would go to bed dressed because we knew we would probably have to quickly put on winter clothing and get down here. Max was asking, when can we go home? When can we sleep? He tried to sleep on this bench. It was very scary, just sitting here and not knowing what's gonna happen. Every time we were hiding here, I had this understanding that we need to go. We need to be at least in a safe country. It has been an extremely difficult year. It was very scary not being able to provide for my family. I had mom and son, and I didn't have a job, and I didn't know what to do, and there was no bright future in front of me. The worst feeling is this feeling of temporary. You don't belong to one place and you don't belong to another place. You are like in the middle, in the air. You are just floating, and this is the worst. At least to me, it's the worst not to belong to anywhere. We're about a mile from my grandma's house. I'm so exhausted. It feels like it's been 10 years since I've seen her. I just can't wait to hug her again.
Они сейчас зайдут. Привет.
Только ты не плачь, а то я тоже сейчас буду плакать.
Все, не плачь. Пошли, сядем.
Все. Пожалуйста.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can.
Не, обуваться. Обуваться.
You should do what my grandma says.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Так, я тебе тут чуть-чуть... Ты просила сгущенку, но была только вареная, другой нету, так что...
Ну, какая разница?
Там какая-то колбаска, сало.
Ой, боже. Спасибо,
Да
конечно.
нема за что. И жилетку ты просила.
Had a chance to travel to the village where my grandma lives. She is 84 years old, but she is very strong.
Цветочки. А вот что будет летом, весной, и в этом году она не кончится. Это точно. Это точно. То вот это будет страшно. В этом году будет страшно. Очень тяжелое детство, голод. Я маме не верила, что можно будет вдоволь хлеба наесться. Да, Украине доставалось всегда. Всегда. Я знаю, помню, очереди стоишь за хлебом, а по другую сторону, через дорогу, идет человек пухлый от голода. От голода распухали. И такой пац, упал, готовый. Вот осенью мне нога болела, я вам ничего не говорила. Не вздумай маме сказать.
Меня интересует, почему ты решила не ехать с нами в Польшу? Почему ты решила тут остаться?
Да, они приехали, когда ехали. Я, конечно, настаивала, чтобы они уехали, потому что опасно, очень опасно. Если б не Максим. А что мне, какая мне разница? Дело в том, что прямое попадание, ну, это кругом может быть. Я могу выйти на дорогу, меня собьет машина. У меня уже такой возраст. И вообще, это дело случая. Это надо, чтобы было прямое попадание, и все. А так, ну, буду жить, не буду, не. А в Польше, ну, что? Не. Это только я была обузой для своих. Обузой. А дочке я сказала, а ты едь, потому что ты нужна Даше и Максиму. Ну так и получилось. Слава Богу, что они поехали, что поехала дочка.
The topic of our every single time conversation, like we want her to come and she doesn't. Бабушка, ты
Я знаю, что вы любите, что для вас я не обуза, но я была бы все равно обузой даже.
Не была бы ты ни для кого обузой.
Да. И потом. Поехала б я в Польшу. Я не знаю языка. А выучить его мне уже...
Так тебе и не надо знать языка.
Ага.
Ты бы была просто в спокойном месте, в безопасности, среди своих.
А ты посиди.
Ладно, хорошо, давай закончим эту тему.
Ну, что б я поехала? Вы молодые, у вас там работа, забота. А я что, вот так? И сидела б. Ой, я надеюсь, очень надеюсь дожить до победы. Очень надеюсь. Мечта дожить до победы, чтобы Украина была свободная. И чтобы без вот этих вот ракет, без танков, без... Это хуже не может быть ничего. Ничего. Болезнь одного человека, одного там, то сбило кого-то, это, ну, несчастный случай. Убийство это самое, а это массовое убийство с одной и с другой стороны. Это ж вообще кошмар. И жить в этом кошмаре.
Если что-то такое, что тебя заставит передумать? Нет?
Нет смысла. Зачем? Зачем? Уже тут и...
No.
И разруха, и все восстановится. Голод подтянем немножко. Света не будет, ничего. Самое главное, чтобы был мир.
Может, все-таки поедешь с нами? I'm saying maybe she will come with us.
Я могу поехать с вами, у меня же даже этого нет, паспорта.
Ну, мы за тобой сделай себе паспорт.
Когда?
Ну, делается месяц всего.
А,
Через месяц можно уже...
я так к вам приеду. Ну, я не знаю, я же тебе говорила.
I'm emotional person, but I cannot let myself cry. There is so much responsibility on me right now that I cannot split apart. Maybe when the war is over, maybe then I will return to what I used to be. I couldn't convince my grandma to leave, not this time. It's really upsetting and exhausting, but I'll keep on trying. All I can think about right now as we return to Poland is getting back to my son and my mom.